the small to mid capacity CC segment. Triumph has entered this space with the partnership of Bajaj, and they have launched one bike of the two products that is coming from and that's the first two products coming from the Bajaj Triumph partnership. This is the Scrambler X400. Again, we have the speed launch right here. Here's all the details you need to know about this. Hello people, we are at the launch of the Triumph Speed 400 and the Scrambler 400X.
The Triumph Speed has been launched at an introductory price of 2.23 lakhs for the initial 10,000 units only, and then it will set you back by 2.33 lakhs ex-showroom.
The Scrambler's price has not been revealed yet. That is how it looks. That's the speed, and if I can show you the Scrambler probably after some time. So this is the speed, and let's take a look at it from a close perspective. First of all, this wears 17-inch wheels on both ends, wearing Metzeler tires. The Scrambler, on the other hand, has a 19-inch unit up front and a 17 at the rear. It houses a 398cc single-cylinder fuel-injected engine, which makes a good 39 bhp of power and 37.5 Newton meters of torque. When it comes to suspension, it is done by a 43 mm upside-down gold-painted forks. For the front section, again, a monoshock at the rear. The speed gets a travel of 150 mm for both ends. On the Scrambler, it's 140 and 130 mm. Now, for the Speed 400, it's a single seat setup. The Scrambler gets a two-piece setup. Here's the tank. It's 13 liters with an offset fuel lid. And this is how the switch console looks like. It has enough tactile feel. And that's the horn of the new Speed 400. This is the semi-digital cluster of the Speed 400. It has a needle for the speedometer and a digital tachometer along with trip and fuel indicators. It has bar and mirrors, of course. And let's talk about the brakes. The rear gets a 230 mm disc for both bikes. At the same time, if we come up the front, the braking duties are handled by a 320 mm front disc for the Scrambler and a 300 mm disc for the Speed 400. So that's a 300 mm disc, and the Scrambler will have a 320 mm. And that's a wrap on the walk-around of the newly launched Triumph Speed 400. This is the Scrambler 400X. The price of this has not been announced yet. It's the same engine and the same chassis and the same suspension, just tuned a little differently with a little bit of difference. Of course, there are some bits over here which is Scrambler. Again, you get a grille in front of the headlamps, and the foot pegs. Of course, they are serrated foot pegs for better traction. Look at that. Yes, and the exhaust has been treated differently as well. With panels, of course, and it gets a 19-inch setup up front and a 17-inch at the rear. The seat pattern is also a little different. For the Speed, you get a single-piece setup. This is a dual setup. Again, here you get knuckle protectors for your knuckles, and the mirrors are stock mirrors. On the Speed, on the other hand, you have bar and mirrors and no knuckle protectors. So those are the tiny details that differ from both the models, and that's all on the walk around of the Speed and the Scrambler 400X.